Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Broken Brain. And we've got very exciting news. The Sherlock movie to become the finale of the award winning series is still on the table. Mark Gatiss, one of the co creators and who also played Mycroft Holmes in the series, did this recent interview that revealed that they still plan on making a movie that should hit theaters worldwide to completely end the Sherlock series. Now, the series did have a good ending, in my opinion, and I am a huge fan of this series. I think everyone was perfectly cast in it. And, I mean, who was it? Andrew Scott's Moriarty was just phenomenal. I absolutely loved it and loved how they continued to use him throughout the series. And this is one of my favorite Sherlock iterations. Elementary is probably number two. The original Basil movies are probably my third. But I love Sherlock Holmes in its entirety. Every time there's a movie that comes out or a show that comes out, I try to get my hands on it to watch it. Even was it Sir Ian McKellen that did the old man Sherlock Holmes movie, Mr. Holmes? Was phenomenal. I just loved the character of Sherlock Holmes. And the fact that we could get an actual movie after so long is still on the table for the creators and the production crew. And he admits that, getting the cast, all the vital cast members, is going to be a difficult project. It's not like it hasn't been done. Just like some of us that are fans of Community have been kind of sitting around, they've been saying, we're going to get a movie forever and ever and ever and ever, but it's so hard with all the actors going in different directions. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman have been all over the place, both making appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and other movies just elsewhere. They're busy, and so is Mark Gatiss, and because he's a phenomenal British actor, he's doing tons of stuff as well. So, but it still is on the table, and to me, I'm going to hold out hope because I love this series. I wouldn't change anything about it. I loved how everything was done. It was fun, it was entertaining, and it was an absolute riot at times. Hilarious. And how they incorporated many different aspects of the different stories as little Easter eggs throughout the series was phenomenal as well. They did a spectacular job. I absolutely love this series. I've probably watched it at least a dozen times. It's just something that's like, oh, I need something on in the background. I literally will put on Sherlock or Elementary and just have it in the background and just kind of stop. Like, oh yeah, I like this part, and stop and watch it. And just because it's such a good character, it's not a he's a very unique character because he's not an anti-hero. He's not really a hero. He's something else. And that's the beauty of it. It's kind of Sherlock can be a draw from so many different points of view that he's just captivating as a character to everyone. And not saying the movie would be a miss. We've had some very misses with like The Irregulars on Netflix, which was that was I really wanted to enjoy it, but it got super weird, super crazy. Didn't really like it, but if they get the original production crew with the original cast, this could be a phenomenal. This could be something that we want, and it's not unheard of. Movies being made after a series has ended, and they do extremely well, and sometimes they don't do extremely well, and it's a flip of the coin because like Serenity for Firefly, it didn't do great at the box office, but aftermarket, I mean, it's a cult classic now. Everybody that was a fan of Firefly has Serenity and has watched it multiple times. It's I don't think this is what it would be, but I truly believe that this would be an incredible movie, a full-length movie, which really honestly is just going to be a slightly extended episode from what we got in the entire series, but I'm all in for it. They could have kept making this series and created their own streaming service saying you have to pay $9.99 a month to get all the Sherlock episodes only here, and I'd pay that $9.99 a month for the rest of my life because I love this series. It's so good. It really is just a phenomenal series. Well done, well written, well choreographed, everything. There's not a thing in here that I didn't like. And that's just one of those it's a top tier series. It was so well done. And the fact that we may get a movie, it's still on the table. It's not in production. It's not in pre-production, but the co-creators definitely want to do it. Some of the actors want to do it too, but with like I said, it's a logistical nightmare to do something like this so far removed from the original series because everyone's doing something else. I don't care. I want it. Even if it's meh, I still want it. I want more of Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock, Martin Freeman as Holmes. Don't know how. Bring back Andrew Scott. Because it was just great. Even with the final episodes of the inclusion of the new character that isn't part of the original lore, I still loved it. It was so fascinating, so entertaining. I could not love it enough. So, let me know. Do you want a Sherlock Holmes movie, or do you think it's too long a time to even put it out there? Would you go see it? Is this something you would actually go see? Because I'm a huge Sherlock fan, so I'm going to go see it. But people that like the series but aren't like huge Sherlock fans, I want to know because honestly, there's not much that's going to keep me from seeing a Sherlock movie. Period. And I mean, if I have to subscribe to BritBox or whatever to get to it, I'm going to get to it because I love this series. So let me know your thoughts down below. Like, subscribe, and as always, my friends, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.